Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with the final hot take of the evening, blasting through the headlines or reacting to the headlines. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but Little Joan is very squirmy and wants to get down. So say goodnight, Joan. Say goodnight. Good night, everybody. Okay, you go have fun. Do your doggy things. We have important news to comment on and make snarky comments. Ted Lieu, Elizabeth Warren lead Democrats push for amnesty for illegal aliens in Biden's infrastructure bill. They are American heroes. What? Okay. They're not going to get that. I don't think. If they got that you could pretty much write off the Democratic Party right then. You'd have literally riots on your hand. So it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. These are the extreme left, and I told many months ago. I said at some point the anti-woke would be scraping the bottom of the barrel for stories, and and not that I'm knocking Breitbart for covering it. They should, but I don't think they stand a chance of getting that pushed through. There's too many. Even Democrats down south are going to be like, Warren is in Massachusetts. I'm not sure where Ted Lieu is. Forget where Ted Lieu is. Let's click on the article and see if it says. Yeah, California. Yeah, California's already done. California's already overburdened with illegal immigrants, as is Texas, California, and Massachusetts. Well, that's further north. So Elizabeth Warren, and she doesn't care. None of these people really care about these illegal immigrants. They just don't care. Because if they did, they're not stupid. Okay? You can't bring all these people across and say, let's say the Democrats got everything they wanted. Okay, you got open borders, Medicare for all, guaranteed free college. The entire country would collapse. They're not stupid. They can do math. They know this would happen. Okay, the only people who would be happy about that would be the squad, because they'd be like, oh, hooray, communism. So these people are just the biggest phonies ever. CNN journalist humiliates Trudeau over failed vaccine rollout. Well, good. I'm glad somebody's humiliating Trudeau. Jake Tapper, every once in a while he does something cool, I gotta say, but so what? CNN's still a dumpster fire. These days you gotta sort of take your wins where you can get them on the news, I guess. But CNN anchor Jake Tapper challenged Prime Minister Justin Trudeau over his apparent claim the American broadcaster did not work with the facts when they reported the abysmal handling of the vaccines. Yeah, now Trudeau seems to be going full socialist. He's got a church in lockdown and hundreds of cops. It's unbelievable what's happening in Canada. That one's going to go communism before the United States. So watch the Canada, because things are just awful up there. Hopefully they'll flip over. Hopefully people are getting angry, and I don't know, get rid of Trudeau. How hard is it? Hard, apparently, because he wasn't popular during his last election. He's still prime minister. What an absolute asshat. Checking the headlines over at Just the News. Officer who fatally shot Ashley Babbitt in Capitol riot won't face charges, Justice Department. Ian Miles Chong said, unpopular opinion, this cop and the other cop that shot Dwayne Wright shouldn't face charges. Or was it Dwayne Wright or somebody else? You can make an argument that he shouldn't face charges, but I'm not sure what the law is here, but there was no warning. Absolutely no warning whatsoever, and they shot her. So she was unarmed. I don't think she was a threat. I would say he should, at the very least, be fired, because he doesn't seem like to know his job. It seems like he just shot somebody through a doorway and that was it. If you really felt, oh my God, they're coming in, wouldn't you start blasting away at everybody, not just shoot one person and then back away? It just seems weird. All right, so going over to Gab. Bitcoin is the century's most powerful tech, says Michael Saylor by CoinQuora, whatever that is. I'm sure that's like a coin, cryptocurrency thing. Everybody's getting into cryptocurrency these days, apparently. Irish data watchdog launches investigation into Facebook over leaking 500 million users. Good. Anything to go after Facebook, I'm all for. Just about. This headline. The headline is Rutrow. Rutrow Shaggy. Chauvin trial update. Medical expert testified that George Floyd died from sudden cardiac arrest brought on by heart disease and drugs during arrest restraint by police. Yeah, it's not looking good for the prosecution. Chauvin is probably going to get off. They're already rioting. Are they going to riot more? I guess. I mean, you already got the National Guard there. You might as well cut them loose and call it a day. St. Joseph's College fines students $50 for not wearing masks. That's wrong. It's very wrong, but I don't see how they can enforce that. But that's what you're paying for. Colleges have gone down the tube. Stay out of them, I say. Go to a trade school or something, because that's what people need now. I'll tell you, I called up the guy to fix my fridge, and he can't get enough work. I mean, he can't get enough time. He's just working nonstop. They all do. You need guys to fix stuff. And it's not bad. Watching him fix the fridge, I thought, it's not bad. I mean, I'm sure there's instances where he comes in and the customer's an a-hole, but I helped him move the fridge, and he fixed it, and it was all good. It was all good. He charged me a good rate. He was a good guy. Ricky Vaughn still being pursued for posting a meme. His name's not really Ricky Vaughn. That was sort of his thing. It should be Ruh-oh again. Donald Trump's new social media venture looks like another Kushner-Parscale grift from big league politics. Again, big league, they get a little hyperbolic. But that's not a good sign. I mean, Jared Kushner, I don't know, man. I don't know about that dude. He's in Trump's family, so he's letting him do stuff. And he's younger, so Trump is probably going to put the social media stuff on him. I don't know, man. But I'm still going to, check out the social media thing for Trump. I'm sure it'll be good. I'm sure they just want to make as much money as possible. I mean, Andrew Torba, who talked to him about it, they wanted to buy Gab. I mean, he didn't want to sell it. He didn't want to change anything. I can understand that. And look, I've always said, I wouldn't do a deal with Trump. I mean, he's pretty ruthless when it comes to doing deals. So let Trump do his own thing. Ponzi schemer Bernie Madoff dies in prison. Yep. That's what happens. All right. Continuing. As Republican Julia Letlau is sworn in, the Democrats' margin in the House shrinks to just 2 votes. Yeah, it's pretty tight. Pretty tight. So that's why I don't think, the thing with the amnesty is going to happen. The vote's too tight. You're only going to have to flip over 2 Democrats. Yeah. And there's going to be some Democrats who just go, man, I'm in a purple district, or I'm in a near red district. Man, I barely won. I can't vote for this. Biden's Secretary of Defense orders immediate actions to remove conservatives from the military Beltway report. It sounds a little hyperbolic. I'm going to guess. I don't think he can do that, but let's take a look. I've never heard of the Beltway report. Staff writer. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just skimming this. I'm not thinking. I'd have to see another one say something like that. There's been rumblings about it. Don't get me wrong. And I wouldn't be so totally shocked by it. But I don't see how they could do that. I mean, you have to get rid of everybody. You don't have a woke army. You never will. Most people in the military are pretty traditional, and they tend to lean Republican and libertarian. There's quite a few libertarians in the military. So, yeah, I don't think you're going to get that. I think the military would completely balk at any kind of political litmus test. So, IRS chief estimates $1 trillion in federal taxes go uncollected each year. Yeah, I guess who they're going to try to collect it from. It ain't going to be the guys with the money and the lawyers, that's for sure. Minnesota police fortified Kim Potter's home as some neighbors flee to safety. Yeah, this is the cop who shot Dante Wright. Or Dante Wright? I don't know how to say his name. She's in a lot of trouble, man. I feel bad for her. Certainly she should just plead and go with it and do the best she can. But, I mean, it's a terrible tragedy, but, yeah, it's already getting out of hand. Sweden halts J&J vaccine rollout until EU regulator reviews U.S. reports on very rare blood clot cases. Yeah, I think Johnson & Johnson is done. I tweeted this. I mean, who the heck's going to take the vaccine from them now? I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it. No way. Oh, no, we fixed it. The report was wrong. I'll just take the other one. Thanks. Right now, it seems Moderna's in the lead. I haven't heard anything bad. Again, if anybody's heard anything bad about Moderna, feel free to post it in the comments. Study finds people want more than watchdogs for journalists. What? ABC News? Shut up, ABC News. You know what people want? They want the truth. They want the truth. Is that so hard to deliver, ABC News? Apparently it is. Obesity hits new milestone largely due to sugar consumption. Wow. In other news, the sky is blue. Senate to start debate over Asian hate crime bill. What? Let's not get carried away. No hate crime bill, because if they stop Asian hate, I mean, there is not an epidemic of that. There's just not. And, I mean, there's been incidents. And, you know, this, it's NBC. Well, there you go. I'm sure the debate will go nowhere. And here's Lindsey Graham returning to his neocon roots. Lindsey Graham, Biden, paving the way for another 9/11 with Afghanistan troop withdrawal. Give it a rest, dude. Bring the troops home already. This is why I don't like Lindsey Graham. This is why Trump was not good to trust that guy. Denmark becomes the first European country to completely halt the use of AstraZeneca jab over real risk of severe side effects. Now, I had heard there was a blood clot thing on AstraZeneca too for in Germany. There was an incident, but then they dismissed it, and I hadn't heard anything. So not good. Again, it looks like the Moderna one, so far, as of this recording, I have yet to hear anything negative about the Moderna one. Liz Cheney pulling the troops out of Afghanistan gives Taliban and Al-Qaeda a propaganda victory. Another neocon, daughter of the neocon, Dick Cheney. Yeah, so your little corner of the GOP is shrinking. Please, and Trump's determined to get her ousted from her seat. Good. I think they have a really good shot at getting rid of Cheney. NCAA championships to boycott states that protect women and girls in sports. In other words, the ones that won't let trans women compete directly against women in the same sport. Okay, NCAA, whatever you want. I mean, you want to get political, get woke, go broke. By the way, I got another video. There's a lot of Dante Wright headlines. I'm trying to stay away from them because I already did that video. It's on BitChute and Rumble, by the way. Boner. Trump abused the loyalty and trust of his voters. Okay. John Boner, everybody. Then the first orange man. The Talk returns after Sharon Osbourne exit. You mean after you railroaded her out for defending Piers Morgan, her friend? Cheryl Underwood cites PTSD following the on-air spat. Give it a rest. Apple's next TV product will watch you with built-in cameras. Oh joy! I'll pass. I'll pass on that. I got to get out of Apple products anyway. I don't like where they're doing their business. So in China. Minnesota Police Chief Tim Gannon, Officer Kim Potter resigned after deadly Daunt-Wright shooting. Yeah, I would imagine Kim Potter was smart to resign. The police chief, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's smart. It's going to be absolute chaos now. But if they're not going to be supported, what choice does a guy like him have? U.S. investigating a woman's death after she got a COVID vaccination. That's WND. Wall Street corporations team up with Soros-funded group to pressure states against election reforms. This is from Breitbart. Yeah, I mean, we heard about this. And again, corporations, even 100 of you plus, get woke, go broke. We will not forget your wokeness. And really, it's probably beneficial for a lot of people to quit a lot of your products. Some of them are very unhealthy. Private NYC high school blasted by one of its own teachers for indoctrination. Math teacher in an elite New York City private school was published an essay citing indoctrination he says is happening inside its walls. Ensuring that my school is asking me to embrace, I'm going to guess, is it critical race theory? Let's see. Yes. Anti-racism training and pedagogy, which I believe are deeply harmful to students. Good. I know that by attaching my name to this, I am risking not only my current job, but my career as an educator, since most schools, public and private, are now captive to this backward ideology, Rossi wrote. But witnessing the harmful impact it has on children, I can't stay silent. Well, good for you, Paul Rossi of the Grace Church School. Good for you. Kudos. I would do something if I could to help you, but I'm just a helpless writer of books. U.S. Border Patrol will deploy to the Mexico-Guatemala border? Why? I guess they're trying to keep... Are they trying to keep people from getting into Mexico? Oh, to respond to a large migrant caravan organizing in Central America. Well, that seems stupid. Why would you send them all the way down there? It's very strange, Biden. Very strange. Fauci defends Johnson & Johnson beer virus vaccine pause. Okay. I mean, I don't think anybody's against it, Fauci. If there's a problem, investigate it. Fauci's got to go. I mean, really. Fauci is just... He's just too visible. He's paid too much money. And what has he done other than go on TV and give contradictory information? Wear a mask. Don't wear a mask. Oh, I meant to say 20% when I'm 40%. I'm just done with him. I don't listen to that guy anymore. Trump blames FDA's love for Pfizer for Biden administration to halt J&J jabs. I don't know how. I mean, Trump might have the inside track on that, but the Tel Aviv thing is saying that what I said yesterday. I probably shouldn't even talk about this on YouTube. So go watch my video yesterday about that. There's so much stuff coming out. But Biden to announce troop exit, hard deadline by September 11th. Great, love it. Finally one thing he will do, which really owes to Trump. Texas nonprofit hires Biden transition official, then hands $500 million contract to manage border crisis. Well, that's weird. What the heck is that all about? A Texas nonprofit landed a federal contract worth up to $530 million to manage the influx of migrant children at the southern border after recently hiring a Biden transition official. The organization, Family Endeavors, won a no-bid contract just months after hiring Biden transition official Andrew Lorenzen Strait as its senior director for migrant services. What is this? Stop playing ad. Stop playing ads. Thank you. According to Axios, which notes that the deal is the second largest ever awarded by the agency overseeing the migrant child program. It's worth more than 12 times the group's most recently reported annual budget. My God, $500 million. That's just crazy. And yeah, I'm sure he won't be overpaid to do whatever it is he's doing. Probably putting kids in cages. Brazil built a new statue to Jesus, which is kind of based. I think that's about it. I'll read this one from InfoWars. I almost never read InfoWars, but comedian John Cleese apologizes for making fun of white English people. So I guess he's doing a bit. Oh, and Mick Jagger and David Grohl have a new single out together with a COVID theme, and it's pretty good. I saw the video; it's decent. You know, Mick is not, he's more of a traditional guy. I mean, he comes from that era. You know, I mean, yeah, he was a hippie, but he was raised not a hippie, and he's kind of based in his own way. He had the song "You're So Wrong." Little Neocon. I mean, that was a Stone song. So he's not like one of these liberal idiots who just goes along with the crowd. He and the rest of the Stones, they got their own thing going. So that's cool. I mean, it's not a bad song. It doesn't particularly take a side or anything. It just sort of, it's about the frustration, I think, of the lockdown. So check that out. All right, that's it for me and Little Joan. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully I won't be canceled for saying a bunch of things I probably shouldn't have said on this video. Please go check out my BitChute Rumble thing, and we'll see you tomorrow.